Okay, let's be honest, this is truly the most bland, hideous background in my entire house. But first of all, this room is air conditioned. It's a hellscape outside. And two, I can just sit by this window and I don't have to set up my lighting. Anyway, so we talked in our last video about corpse art, and we had included this truly bonkers story about a Mexican architect's cremated remains diamond, but as much as we loved it, it didn't really fit in the script. So I'm presenting it to you now. Not the diamond. I don't have the diamond. So the year is 2016, and the American artist Jill Majid has exhumed the cremated remains of the Mexican modernist architect Louise Barragán and had them turn into a diamond. Who gave her permission to do that? We'll get there. First, why did Majid do this? She wanted to offer the diamond to another woman, Federica Zanco. Zanco was the wife of a man named Rolf Fellbaum, who founded the Swiss design firm Vitra. So Majid would give Zanco the remains of the diamond, and Zanco would give her access to Barragán's archives, which Zanco owns. So we already know this American lady has this iconic Mexican man's ashes to turn into a diamond. But why does this other lady in Switzerland have Barragán's, considered to be Mexico's greatest architects, archive? Well, because her husband gave it to her as an engagement gift instead of a ring. Hence the whole cremains diamond exchange symbolism thing. Right now, Zanco, the Swiss lady, controls the vast majority of Barragán's work. Even the foundation in Mexico City, where Barragán's home, family, and architecture still is, has had problems with Zanco's ultra-protective grip on Barragán's legacy. The foundation said in a written statement, "From time to time they claim that we cannot publish books, photographs, or have films made in our own house, or for that matter, any other of Barragán's works, without proper permission from their lawyers, and of course, a fee." The foundation goes on to say that Barragán's work belongs to this country, Mexico, and to all people throughout the world that seek vitality and consolation of beauty. It would indeed be strange to have the rights for Frank Lloyd Wright or Louis Kahn held and managed from another country, ruling over their work and limiting access to the American public. Yet, Zanco was and is immovable when it comes to Barragán's archive, considering herself its savior, believing that if the archives had remained in Mexico, they would have been lost or scattered. Enter another savior, Majid, the American. An artist whose work focuses on the systems of control in contemporary society, Majid came to Barragán's work while showing at a gallery across the street from the artist's former residence in Mexico City, which is now a museum. When she learned about Zanco's control of Barragán's work, she essentially became obsessed with gaining access to the archive and having Zanco release it back to Mexico. So Majid decided to make a proposal to Zanco, but first, she needed a ring. You get the ring. According to Majid, she got enthusiastic permission from Barragán's family to exhume the architect's cremated remains and turn a portion of them into a diamond. However, after this New Yorker article hit about what Majid had been up to, Barragán's closest family came forward saying A, they had no idea this was happening, and B, the family Majid had contacted were not part of Barragán's inner circle. Said Barragán's great-nephew about the diamond, "Just thinking about this atrocity makes me want to vomit." Ooh, strong words. He wants the remains of his uncle, in diamond form or what have you, returned to the family's vault in Guadalajara. But as of yet, the diamond has not been returned, and neither have the archives. Majid, Zanco, the Barragán family, and, well, Mexico remain locked in a fight for what's best for the remains of an icon. You can actually watch Majid's The Proposal, a film that chronicles the controversy around the project, as well as the opening of Barragán's burial vault, the exhumation, and the creation of the diamond. It sounds like I'm promoting that movie. I'm not. It seems messy. What if YouTube drama channels made content about stuff like this? This video was made with generous donations from death enthusiasts just like you. Okay, let's be honest. This is truly the most bland, hideous background in my entire house, but anyway, so we talked in our last video about corpse art. Has this iconic Mexican man's ashes. This is so confusing. Okay. Messy.